What's up everyone, Clark Glassford, founder of My Practice Interview. We help you land your dream job, and today we're talking about preparing for the interview and how you practice and prepare to get ready for that interview so you rock it, you blow it out of the park, and you get hired for the job you want. I get asked all the time by clients, how much time do I need to put in to preparing for the interview? And my answer to that is, I answer with a question. I say, how much do you want the job? And they say, well, I really want the job. And I say, well, if you really want the job, you have to put in the effort. And that effort starts now. Like not just before the interview, a day before, a week before, right now. So like when you guys get off this video, I want you to start your preparation based on the 6 tips I'm going to give you. And it's my secret recipe with the secret sauce as to how you go about preparing for your next job interview. So 6 steps, here we go. Skills identification, tip number 1, and you guys are like, I've seen this, Clark, I know what you're saying. You always talk about skills identification, and I know I always talk about skills identification, but it sets your foundation for how you need to go about preparing for your job interview. If you can't identify the skills you bring to the table, you can't start your preparation, and you certainly won't impress any hiring manager when you get to that interview. So identify skills. Piece of paper. Talk about your education, your experience, your volunteer work, your accolades and achievements in life. Just make lists of how you have skills that you want to bring forward to talk about at the interview to impress a hiring manager. That's what starts it. And at the end of this video, you'll see in my description below, there is a video that walks you through step by step on to make your life easy for skills identification. Trust me, it works. Do not skip this step. Research the company. That's tip number 2. So before you start applying, make sure you do your research. The last thing you want to do is apply to an organization, go through their interview process, get hired, and then be like, oh, this was a mistake. I didn't think the company was going to be like this. I don't actually really want to work here anymore. That's a lot of time and effort you've put in to getting a job you don't want. So research the company. Find out if they have the right values that align with yours so that you know when you step into that organization, if you get hired for the job you really want, it's the right fit for you. But beyond that research, once you've made that decision that you're going to apply for these organizations, then start writing down what the company's all about, their mission, their vision, their values, their hierarchy, some of the biggest pain points they may be facing, which you can get off their website or some of their social media feeds. You want to do that research because one of the most common questions you're asked in an interview is, what do you know about our organization? And if you sit there, I like your office, that's not going to work. You need more. You need to be able to talk about what it is you know about the company that impresses hiring managers every time. It shows you've put in the work, you've done your research, you are actually interested in working for them. So do your research. Next thing, start preparing for the inevitable opening question, tell me about yourself, or why do you want to work for this employer, or what sets you apart from other applicants. Those are so standard when it comes to interviews that you need to be able to prepare yourself to respond to those questions. And how you do that is write out your response. Point form, write out your response, and refine it over and over again until you're happy that what you're going to say will impress that hiring manager. It really needs to be clearly articulated, identifying the skills you have, how they align to the job you've applied for, and the enthusiasm that you have for the company you're applying for, are all the pieces that need to go into that short, nice, concise response. So prepare for that question. Next thing, look at the job posting. And I want you to look at it in 2 ways. 1, skills on the technical side, and then skills on the behavioral side. And we've talked about this in previous videos before, and I've got some links to videos below that will further explain that. But on the technical skills side, in the job posting, you will see a number of skills they're looking for. So if you're applying for a mechanic job, they're looking for mechanical aptitude, accounting job, legal, whatever role you're applying for, there are technical skills you need to bring to the table. You need to be able to speak to those skills. On the behavioral side, you're going to want to see and look for skills such as flexibility, initiative, leadership, communication skills. Those are behavioral skills, and all job postings have them. You want to identify them, highlight them, and then write them out. That is the first part, is identifying those skills. The next tip here is make sure you can speak to all of those skills. So on the technical side, make sure you can say, yes, I meet these technical skills, and here are some examples of how I meet those skills. On the behavioral side, you're going to want to say, yes, I meet those skills, and here are some examples where I've demonstrated those skills. So say, for example, we're asking about communications or flexibility or initiative. You want to come up with two examples per competency, different examples of how you've demonstrated those skills from your past work experience. That gives you a lot of ammunition to draw from when you're in that interview and being asked questions. You'll have examples that you can pull out, tailor your example to the question they're asking. So for example, if they're asking, if you identify that there's 5 competencies that they're looking for, that means you're going to have 10 examples to draw on from your interview. That's at the minimum. That's what you want to start your preparation. And when it comes to this, it's again, pen to paper. You're writing out your responses, making sure they're the best examples that you have, making sure they're powerful examples, and you're prepared to speak to them. Last tip here is practice. Practice, practice, practice. Practice makes perfect. And the way you practice after you've written out your responses is by saying them out loud. So whether it's in front of a camera, like we're doing here, in front of a mirror, you have a wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, friend, ask you questions in a mock interview style, you want to practice saying out loud, because what you think in your head sometimes comes out a lot different when you say it out loud, and you want to be able to keep yourself in check that you're delivering your message in the right way by being able to change grammar, inflection, tone, demonstrating enthusiasm, all of those things. So practice out loud. And like I said at the beginning, when you practice, your practice starts now. That's why it's so important, so that as you get towards an interview and you get the call to come in for an interview, you're ready to go. You're ready to bat this thing out of the park, ace your interview, and hear that you're hired and blow your competition away. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. I've done something really cool here. In the description below are a number of videos that link together as to how you prepare for your interview, starting with your skills identification, building a resume, different types of interview questions, how to answer them, the STAR technique, you need to understand that. That's in the videos below. And then how to close a video. I've put all those there, nice, neat, tidy, from my YouTube page. You just click on those links, boom, you're starting your preparation. As a freebie, I've thrown in My Practice Interview ebook. It is a fabulous resource on the step-by-step approach to preparing for interviews. The best part about it is at the end of it, there are interview templates that you can use to practice and prepare for your interview. It is the best approach you can possibly take for your preparation. It takes the guesswork out. You'll absolutely love it. And then the last thing here is My Practice Interview, the Interview Accelerator Workshop. It is another fabulous resource for you. Again, taking the guesswork out, walking you right through with me how you prepare for that interview and the steps you need to do to prepare your resume, prepare your answers, the different types of questions you can be asked, and most importantly, the common pitfalls that applicants find themselves in and how to avoid them. You want to check out that video as well. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please share, comment, like. We respond to all comments. And like I always say, happy interviewing.